There are people who've been raised up in the church, and they know what is right to do. They've been showed it their whole life, but they live in this selfish world, so they choose things like Esau. See, Esau knew better. I mean, you get what I'm saying? There's a difference. If you don't know better, that's one thing. But if you know better, that's a big difference. And that's inherently your problem, because I preach to you every Sunday, and you know better. I created a problem for you, because you can't tell God I didn't know. You knew. You knew how you ought to live. You knew what God expects of you. You knew all those things. And so did Esau. And so he puts on this, oh, I'm dying and famished. He's a spoiled brat. That's what he is. And he goes on to say, then Jacob says, swear to me of this day. And so Jacob forces the issue and says, so he swore to him, and he sold his birthright to Jacob. And Jacob gave Esau bread and stew of lentils, and he ate and drank and arose and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. So that's a complicated thing. He says he despised it. Did he despise it after he gave it away, or did he despise it to give it away? That's kind of the question. We don't know their hearts, but I do get the gist that he didn't want the responsibility of becoming the leader of the family. That's my opinion. And there are people in the church that don't want to take the blessing of God and take that responsibility and lead and do anything. That's it. I was messing with Ken before church. I said, I grew up with lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way. Well, the problem is you got to get the hell out of the way before you can lead or follow, because the hell's the problem. That's what's blocking your path, And so we are called to be leaders. We are. I mean, it is, and I mean, I'm no better than the rest of you. I'm just as bad about all of it. I'm just saying we are called to lead others to Christ. We're called to lead by example. We're called to lead, period. And so you have this situation where one guy just basically didn't want his blessing because it came with responsibility. It came with the fact that you have to live. We're the same way. And as far as the birthright and all that, we're the same way. We have a birthright. If we become born again, we got a birthright. And it comes with a double blessing just the same. A blessing in this life and a blessing in eternal life. You get both. I mean, it's now and forever. And if you don't accept that blessing, and if you don't take it, instead of just, and that's, Esau just said, no, I don't want that, because that involves me changing who I am. I don't get to go deer hunting every day. That means I got to do some things, and I got to put in a regular 8-hour shift for God, and I got to be obedient about how I live, and I've got to live a certain way. And I don't want to live a certain way. I want to live my way.